how has your mental capacity been over this past 2 week or week and a half, and does it feel like you're finally, getting your head around everything?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. It was tough to see. Obviously, that's obviously not what we wanted, but wishing him nothing. Coach Vic and, those guys, nothing but the best. They've been incredible for me, for my family, and for this program. And guys' heads were spinning. I was kind of able to keep a cool head because, change isn't always a bad thing. When I committed, we had a coaching change, and we saw how that ended up. So that's kind of the message that I'm preaching to everybody. Change isn't a bad thing. And coming out and playing football fixes everything. I mean, we've been able to come out in the field the last couple of days and just play football. And it doesn't really matter who has a whistle in their hand. Football is football, and we're going to go out and do our thing.
Did you ever have any second guesses about playing in this bowl game?
No, I didn't. I knew I wanted to, I started this a long time ago, and I wanted to finish it the right way. Other guys, have their own decisions to make, and I completely respect that. But, for my part, I wanted to, play this game, finish with my brothers, finish my career with a win.
What's been your message to these guys? Obviously, not what they like to. How are you trying to keep that locker room on the good level?
Like I said, I keep trying to remind them that change isn't a bad thing. It gives guys a new perspective of everything, and it may be the best thing that ever happened to some of these guys. Get new people to learn from, new guys to teach things a different way, and it's not going to be a bad thing because we're going into a new situation next year in the Big 12, and maybe change is what we need to take that next step.
Your thoughts on being on the same sideline as the opposing team?
It's going to be interesting. Like Coach Combs said, it's we'll see how that goes. I'm going to do my very best to keep my guys on my side, but I'm just playing. It's going to be good. We respect all our opponents, and we're going to go out and play the game how it's supposed to be played. Obviously it's going to be a little weird, with the situation that's going on, but it's football. At the end of the day, we're going to go out and play the bowl game, and that's all it is.
Do you know your dad's record in the Keg and Nails?
I don't. It's probably 0 and something. They struggled when he played for a little bit, so I don't. I'll have to ask him.
But you probably have more of a knowledge of this than anybody, right?
Yeah, well, a little bit. 2013 was the last time we played, so obviously I wasn't, paying too close of attention. But, I do have kind of a deeper understanding of the history of, Bearcat football. I've been around it, a little longer than a lot of these guys, not only playing, but, growing up in it. So I kind of do understand a little bit more about, what this rivalry means to the guys that have played it in the past.
A lot of players end up picking a school because of a coach. You kind of just referenced you have maybe a little bit different perspective on that, being a legacy. Does that help maybe when you're talking to these other guys about their future here or what they're going to decide to do?
Yeah, I mean, I think Coach Combs has a great message. It's not about the guy in the hall. It's about the players in the locker room, and I truly believe that. The guy, the head coach may steer the ship, but it's not the ship. The coach will never win a game by himself. And, it doesn't matter what he does or who he is. They're never going to be able to win a game. It's about the guys who, go out there every day and work and, put them pads on. I mean, that's really what it comes down to is the guys that put those shoulder pads and helmets on. And, that's the message that I, try to keep consistent in that locker room. It's to stay together, keep with your guys. I tell them all the time, I know the situation's easy for me because I'm, leaving in 2 weeks. And I completely understand it. But I tell them, you got to look to the guys to your left and right, and you got to truly believe in them and what you've done here, and we will continue to do here going on to the future.
It's obviously a really special kind of 6-year period under Fickle. You and Jabari, do you take some pride in the fact that you were kind of part of it for the whole thing?
Absolutely. I mean, that's something that I'm absolutely going to remember for the rest of my life. I've grown so much as a man, as a person, off the field, just as much as on the field. I'm incredibly grateful for the last 6 years. Been the best 6 years of my life, and I wouldn't have traded for the world.
Speaking of the last 6 years, did you hear the Atlanta Falcons named a new starting quarterback?
Did they really?
They did.
Let's go. I've been waiting for that one for a while now. Let's go 9. I guess it's 4 now, but he'll always be 9. Let's go. I'm excited about that one. I'll just send him a text. Maybe we'll call it.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, thank